Hello and welcome to Money Talks, the series where we delve into the intricate world of consumer behavior, spending habits, and the psychology behind it all. We often think that our purchasing decisions are driven by rational factors like necessity, quality, and price. But what if we told you there's a whole lot more to it? What if we told you that your emotions, your environment, and even the music playing in the store can influence what you buy? From the seemingly simple act of buying a cup of coffee to the thrill of purchasing a brand new gadget, we're here to demystify the complex web of factors that guide our decisions. So sit back, relax, and get ready for a fascinating journey into the mind of the consumer. Let's talk money, let's talk behavior, let's talk psychology. Welcome to Money Talks. Have you ever wondered why we buy what we do? What makes us choose one product over another? Welcome to the intriguing world of consumer behavior, a fascinating realm that sits at the intersection of psychology and economics. You see, our purchasing decisions aren't as straightforward as they might seem. They're not just about the price tag or the brand name. They're deeply rooted in our psychology. Every time we make a purchase, we're influenced by a host of psychological factors, often without even realizing it. Take retail therapy, for instance. Most of us have experienced the allure of buying something new, whether it's a pair of shoes, a tech gadget, or even a book. It's not just about acquiring a new item, but about the emotional satisfaction that comes with it. Shopping can act as a mood booster, providing a sense of control and temporary relief from stress or boredom. On the other hand, there's the pain of paying, a concept that explains why parting with our hard-earned money can sometimes feel so difficult. It's why we agonize over expensive purchases, why we feel a twinge of regret after impulse buying, and why we're more likely to spend with a credit card than with cash. The less tangible the payment, the less pain we feel. But that's just scratching the surface of consumer behavior. There's a plethora of factors that influence our spending habits, from our personal values and beliefs to social pressure and advertising. And let's not forget the impact of our environment. The layout of a store, the music playing in the background, even the scent in the air can sway our decisions. As we dive deeper, you'll discover that our spending habits are far from random. They're a complex interplay of psychological factors. So the next time you find yourself reaching for your wallet, take a moment to consider what's really driving your decision. You might just be surprised at what you uncover. Opening. Consider this. Why do people willingly pay more for a Starbucks coffee? Well, the answer isn't as simple as you might think. It's not just about the coffee or even the convenience. It's about a complex blend of brand loyalty and perceived value, two key concepts in the realm of consumer psychology. Let's delve into this phenomenon, known as the Starbucks effect. Starbucks has built a strong brand loyalty among its customers. This loyalty isn't just about a caffeine fix, it's about the whole Starbucks experience, the ambiance, the familiarity, and yes, even the prestige of holding that iconic green and white cup. Now you might be wondering, how does Starbucks foster such loyalty? The answer lies in their meticulous attention to detail. From the layout of their stores to the names of their drinks, every element is designed to create a unique and consistent experience. This consistency fosters a sense of familiarity and comfort among customers, making them more likely to return. But that's just one part of the equation. The other crucial ingredient is perceived value. Perceived value is the customer's evaluation of the worth of a product based on what they receive versus what they give up. In the case of Starbucks, customers are willing to pay a premium for their coffee because they perceive it to be of higher quality and value than other options. And here's where Starbucks truly excels. They've managed to elevate a simple cup of coffee into a premium product, an experience, a lifestyle choice. And in doing so, they've successfully influenced consumer behavior, convincing millions of people worldwide to spend more on their coffee than they otherwise might. So, at the end of the day, the Starbucks phenomenon is more than just marketing. It's a masterclass in understanding and manipulating consumer psychology. It's about creating a brand so powerful and so alluring that consumers are willing to pay more, not just for a product, but for the experience and the feeling that comes with it. Closing. Starbucks' success lies not just in their coffee, but in understanding and manipulating consumer psychology. Ever assembled a piece of IKEA furniture? Did you feel a strange sense of satisfaction? This isn't just a quirk of your personality, it's a psychological phenomenon known as the IKEA Effect. The IKEA Effect is a cognitive bias where people place a disproportionately high value on products they partially created. In other words, we tend to appreciate and value things more when we've put our own sweat and effort into building them. The more effort we put into something, the more we value it. IKEA, the Swedish furniture giant, has capitalized on this psychological principle to influence consumer behavior in a masterful way. They sell their products in flat packs, requiring the buyer to assemble the furniture themselves. This isn't just a cost-saving strategy, it's a calculated move to make customers feel more invested in their products. When you spend hours assembling a bookshelf, you're not just building a piece of furniture. You're creating a sense of achievement and ownership. You've put your time and energy into it. It's not just a bookshelf anymore, it's your bookshelf. This feeling of accomplishment and ownership increases the perceived value of the product, making us more likely to buy from IKEA again. We also become less likely to return the product, even if it's not perfect, because we feel a certain sense of pride in our creation. But the IKEA effect isn't limited to furniture assembly. It can be seen in various other domains too. For instance, people who build their own computers value them more than pre-assembled ones. Similarly, those who cook their own meals often find them tastier than restaurant food. The IKEA effect is a powerful tool in the hands of marketers. It shows us that our sense of value is not always rational. It can be influenced by our efforts and experiences, leading us to make purchasing decisions that we might not have made otherwise. The IKEA effect shows us that our sense of value can be easily manipulated, changing how we spend. It serves as a reminder that our perceptions of worth are not always as objective as we'd like to think. As consumers, it's important for us to be aware of these psychological tricks, so we can make more informed and rational purchasing decisions. Ever wondered why, once you buy an Apple product, you keep buying more? It's an intriguing question, isn't it? Well, it's no accident. Apple has mastered a strategy known as lock-in to keep consumers like you and me within their ecosystem. But it's more than just a business strategy, it's a psychological game. Picture this. You buy an iPhone. You love it. It's sleek, intuitive, and well, it's Apple. So you decide to get an Apple Watch to complement it. Then maybe you opt for a MacBook because why not? You're already part of the Apple family. And before you know it, you're deep into the Apple universe from iTunes to iCloud. That's the lock-in strategy at play. But let's delve a little deeper. Beneath the surface of this strategy is a psychological principle known as consistency bias. This bias explains our desire to be consistent with our past behavior. So, once we make a choice like buying an Apple product, we tend to stick with it in the future. We like consistency because it makes us feel secure and reduces the cognitive load of making new decisions. And Apple knows this. That's why their products are designed to work seamlessly together, creating a user experience that's hard to leave once you're in. It's like a well-choreographed dance. Your iPhone syncs with your MacBook, which syncs with your Apple Watch, which syncs with your Apple TV. The convenience is undeniable, and it's this convenience that keeps us locked in. It's also why Apple doesn't just sell products, they sell an experience, an identity. When you buy Apple, you're not just buying a gadget, you're buying into a lifestyle, a community, and that's a powerful psychological hook. So you see, Apple's success in creating an ecosystem isn't just about their innovative products or their marketing prowess, it's about understanding human psychology, our need for consistency, and leveraging that to influence our spending behavior. Apple's success in creating an ecosystem shows how companies can leverage our need for consistency to influence our spending. So, what does all this mean for us as consumers? In our journey through the fascinating world of consumer behavior, we've seen how major companies like Starbucks, IKEA, and Apple have mastered the art of influencing our spending habits. They've capitalized on the psychological triggers that drive us to part with our hard-earned cash, often in ways we're not even aware of. Let's take a brief look back. We started with the Starbucks phenomenon, where we learned about the power of the sensory experience, the inviting aroma of coffee, the comfort of the store environment, and the status of carrying that iconic cup all play into our decision to pay a premium for our morning brew. We then ventured into the IKEA effect, a concept that explains our tendency to value products more when we have a hand in their creation. IKEA leverages this by selling furniture we assemble ourselves, making us feel more connected to the products and more willing to pay for them. And who could forget the Apple ecosystem? Apple's strategy of creating a seamless, interconnected network of devices keeps customers loyal and willing to continually invest in their products. It's a powerful demonstration of how convenience and familiarity can significantly influence our spending choices. But here's the kicker. Being aware of these psychological factors can help us make more informed decisions about our spending. It's not about avoiding Starbucks, IKEA, or Apple, or any other company that uses these techniques. It's about understanding why we're drawn to these products, and being mindful of whether our purchases are driven by genuine need or desire, or by the influence of clever marketing strategies. Consider this. Every time we make a purchase, we're voting with our wallets. We're telling companies what we value, what we're willing to pay for, and ultimately, what kind of products they should continue to create. Understanding the psychology of our spending habits doesn't just make us smarter consumers, it gives us greater control over our financial decisions. It's our money after all, shouldn't we have the final say in how we spend it? If you've been fascinated by this journey into the psychology of consumer behavior, and you think this knowledge can help you make smarter financial decisions, then we've done our job. But we're curious to know your thoughts. Have you ever experienced the Starbucks phenomenon? Do you feel the IKEA effect when you assemble your own furniture? Are you caught in the Apple ecosystem? We'd love to hear your experiences and insights. Share them in the comments section below. Your engagement not only helps us understand you better, but it also enriches the discussion for everyone. And if you found this video informative and insightful, don't forget to hit the like button. It's a small gesture, but it means a lot to us. It tells us that our content is valuable and encourages us to keep creating more. If you haven't already, consider subscribing to our channel. By doing so, you're not just supporting us, but you're also ensuring you don't miss out on future content. We've got plenty more fascinating topics lined up that we're excited to share with you. Thanks for watching, and remember, your spending decisions matter. So let's keep the conversation going.